Hey guys, so today we're going to quickly go through why building muscle is the best thing when it comes to trying to lose body fat and weight. I'm going to go through 3 key points that I wanted to cover today. I'm going to keep it pretty simple, we're going to be short and to the point, and hopefully it gives you some insight and incentive to try and build more muscle in your training and give you some reasoning why we actually try and prioritize that here at New Strength and why that's better in the long run. So I'll go through the 3 points behind me now. I'm going to keep it pretty short like I said, so we'll quickly get started. First main point is going to be increasing your metabolism. So by building more muscle and having more of you, there's going to be a higher demand for calories. So what that does, it increases your BMR, so that's your basal metabolic rate. So just think, for you just sitting around doing nothing, your metabolism is going to be higher than it normally runs at. That way you can take in more food. So it gives you more calories to play with and you're going to be more efficient at burning calories. So that's number 1. Point number 2 is nutrient partitioning. So what we're talking about here, guys, is what happens to the nutrients you're actually ingesting. So when you have more muscle, there's more incentive for the nutrients to be placed into the muscle. So whether it's like restoring glycogen or whatever it may be, there's just more incentive to utilize those nutrients for that rather than other things. So number 3, last and final point, is going to be quality of life. So with this, it comes back to the metabolism. The more calories you have to play with and the more you have to work with as a whole, you're going to be less restricted in your dieting or whatever you want to call it. So say for instance, if you've got the person that's dieting on 1200 calories that doesn't have much muscle, then you have the other person that has, let's say, 5 kilos more muscle than them as a whole, they're probably going to be dieting around closer to 2000 calories. So when things come up like Christmas, they have a lot more room to move with their diet and they have a lot more flexibility. This way, they're going to be more inclined to adhere to their diet because it's less restrictive. So what this does, it allows you to still be flexible, have a good time because you have more calories to play with and you're going to be less restricted. So a good example of this is when I first started to lose weight, when I was a little bit smaller than I am now, I was around 75 to 80 kilos. So when I was in a weight loss phase at that stage, I was losing weight at 2400 calories a day. So I was taking that in and I was losing about 600 grams a week, give or take. And then now, when I'm at a point, I'm 100 kilos now, and when I go through weight loss phases now, I lose weight at 3,300 calories. So that's a good example of how much your metabolic rate and your metabolism can change just due to putting on some muscle. That's happened over a long period of time. It definitely isn't a quick fix. It takes time, but if you can prioritize the long-term approach and then try and get that set, all these 3 things are going to make your life so much easier when it comes to trying to burn body fat, and you're going to be better off in the long run. So people that have done these 3 things, tried to build muscle to increase their metabolism, they know why they're doing it, they're aware about the nutrient partitioning, and they've got a better quality of life. They're much more inclined to be successful in the long run rather than the short term. So thanks guys.